Alright, so today I wanted to bring up the topic of like gun control and why we need guns in America. And to start, I would like to bring up some common misconceptions about guns. A lot of people like to call them assault weapons, but pretty much anything could be an assault weapon. You can pick up a rock and throw it at somebody, and it's an assault weapon now. So just get that clear there. So self-defense, one of the main reasons people buy guns in the United States is because they want to defend themselves from intruders or somebody that's trying to commit a crime against them, like robbery or such. And you see, we need that in in the United States right now because the average wait time for police is about 18 minutes and 30 seconds. So would you rather wait 18 minutes or 30 seconds, or would you have a gun so you can deter them from your house or take care of business, right? So another common misconception is we don't need guns because we have the military. That's a stupid argument. You know why? Because if you even looked at the law, United States military is not allowed to operate on U.S. soil. Aside from their bases and stuff, there's always exceptions. But the only two ways they can operate on U.S. soil is one, if another country invades us, or two, if there's martial law declared. But that usually doesn't happen. It hasn't happened for 200 years, so that's probably not going to happen for a while. So yeah, we can't really rely on the military that aren't allowed to operate on our soil for guns. So I also want to talk about how a lot of ignorance towards how a weapon looks and how it performs and why people buy them. So the AR-15 is a big thing in the news right now. It's not really a big caliber. 223 is only that big, and it wasn't designed to kill people. It's actually designed to wound somebody in the battlefield, so a medic and another person would have to drag the person off the battlefield. Instead of taking one person off, you take 3 people off. So it was actually a more of a technique rather than just to kill people, I guess you'd say. So it's more a way to get more people off the battlefield. But yeah, so there's a lot of people that think that black is tactical. It is, but black, polymer, anything with a magazine that comes out, those are more deadly than anything else. But we also have hunting rifles, which are bolt action. And pretty much what happens is you take one out of the chamber, you load one in, fire it, and they are usually have higher calibers than an AR-15 would have, so they would do a lot more damage instead of a semi-automatic rifle. A lot of people like to think look at things and oh, this is bad or this is good because it's an older style hunting rifle or older style with wood trim on it. So I just wanted to talk about that, and that guns aren't even that deadly in the first place, because if you look at the statistics, only about 35,000 people a year in the United States die from gun violence alone, and over 60% of those are suicides. So that leaves about 13,000 people that die from gun violence, whether it be getting robbed, murdered, any just basic crimes. But if we look on the other hand, we got, it's not in the top 30. We got heart disease or heart defects, stuff like that. It causes about 831,000 deaths a year alone, just from a heart attack or something like that. And we look at car accidents, more people die every year from texting and driving than guns in total. About 36,000 people die a year from texting and driving compared to 35,000 including suicides. So I think we should be focusing more on stopping texting and driving, and we should focus more also on medical research to stop these diseases from killing people, rather than spending $150 million to lobby against something that isn't really a big problem in the United States.